Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rajkumar Sukne. Today we are going to study successive differentiation. So, successive differentiation is defined as derivative of given function n times repeatedly. That is nothing but this process is known as successive differentiation. If we assume y is equal to f of x, this is equation of curve suppose, or y is function of x, then dy by dx derivative of f with respect to x. Also we can represent this as y dash or f dash y1, y dash f dash y1. These are symbolic notations for derivative of y with respect to x. Y dash, here dash means single dash means first order derivative, and here in suffix there is 1 means derivative of y, first derivative of y with respect to x. Then similar to this d2y by dx square, we can represent this like this, second order derivative of f with respect to x square. Then as well as we can represent like this f double dash y2. This also we can represent like this dy d2y, meaning of this second order derivative of y with respect to x. And in this way nth order derivative of y with respect to x to the power n is given by nth order derivative of f with respect to x to the power n, and this is equal to, this is 2 times derivative, that's why 2 dashes, and here we can represent nth derivative in bracket n. This is equal to nth derivative of f of x. This is equal to nth derivative of y with respect to x. This also we can denote like this. So in this way you can represent nth derivative of given function. Here we have to find out nth derivatives of some standard functions. So formula number 1, let y is equal to e to the power mx, and we have to find out its nth derivative. Y1 is equal to derivative of this with respect to x, that is equal to m into e to the power mx. Once again differentiate this with respect to x, then y2 is equal to m into e to the power mx, and this is nothing but e to the power mx into m square. Similarly, nth order derivative of e to the power mx can be written as m to the power n e to the power mx. Nth derivative of e to the power mx with respect to x to the power n, this is equal to m to the power n into e to the power mx. That is nth derivative of standard function e to the power mx. This is first formula. Let us prove formula for y is equal to a to the power mx. Here you know this formula, or you can say property of logarithm. Any number we can express like this, e to the power log p. Replacing p by a to the power mx, a to the power mx is equal to e to the power log of e to the power. This power becomes multiplier of log. Hence we can write m log a into x. A to the power mx you can express like this. So this is equal to, we can write e to the power m log a into x. Now e to the power mx, its nth derivative is m to the power n into e to the power mx, right? But here coefficient of x in power of e is m log a, and here coefficient of x was m. So we can write this as nth derivative by using this formula, yn is equal to e to the power m log a into x. Yn is equal to m into log a to the power n into a to the power mx. Hence we can write formula number 2, m into log a to the power n into a to the power mx. This is proof of formula number 2. Nth derivative of a to the power mx is equal to m log a to the power n into a to the power mx given function as it is. Let us prove next formula, that is formula number 3. Formula number 3. We are assuming y is equal to sine of ax plus b. We have to find out nth derivative of this function. Y1 is equal to derivative of sine is cos of ax plus b into derivative of ax plus b with respect to x is a. Okay. But given function is sine function. So cosine function you have to express in terms of sine. Sine of pi by 2 plus theta. This is equal to cos theta. Cosine of ax plus b you can express in terms of sine by using this formula. Hence, this is equal to a into sine of ax plus b plus pi by 2. Okay. This is first order derivative. Once again differentiate y1 with respect to x, that gives y2. y2 is equal to derivative of this, that is a into cos of ax plus b plus pi by 2, okay, into nth derivative of ax plus b plus pi by 2 with respect to x, that will be a, okay, a into a. Now again using this formula you have to express cosine function in terms of sine. Hence y2 becomes a square into sine of ax plus b plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. We are adding pi by 2 in this whole angle. Again simplifying this can be written as a square into sine of pi by 2 plus pi by 2, 2 times pi by 2. So we can write ax plus b plus 2 times pi by 2. This is second order derivative. Now power of a is 2, derivative is second order, and here coefficient of pi by 2 is 2. You can find general form of this. Hence yn is equal to a to the power n sine of ax plus b plus replacing this 2 by n times pi by 2. Okay, where n takes values, n is equal to 0, 1, 2, like this. This is nth derivative of ax plus b plus n times pi by 2. Nth derivative of sine of ax plus b with respect to x to the power n. This is equal to a to the power n sine of ax plus b plus n times pi by 2. This is formula number 3. Now let us prove formula number 4. Y is equal to cosine of ax plus b. Y1 is equal to, differentiating this, that gives minus of a into sine of ax plus b cos of pi by 2 plus theta. This is equal to minus sine theta. In second quadrant cosine function is negative. So this minus sign and this sign, this can be written as a into cos of ax plus b plus 1 times pi by 2. Now differentiate this with respect to x, that gives y2. A is constant, derivative of cosine function, that is minus a into derivative of this, that will be a into sine of ax plus b plus pi by 2. Okay, so y2 becomes a square into minus of this, that is cosine of ax plus b plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 again plus pi by 2, and then this can be written as a square cosine of ax plus b plus 2 times pi by 2, 2 times pi by 2. Now general form, yn is equal to a to the power n cosine of ax plus b 2 times pi by 2. 2 is replaced by n times pi by 2. We can write this formula as nth derivative of cos of ax plus b with respect to x to the power n is equal to a to the power n into cos of ax plus b plus n times pi by 2. Okay, remember this formula as standard formula, formula number 4. Here we get nth derivatives of trigonometric functions, sine and cosine. First two formulae, nth derivative of exponential functions, and then third and fourth formula are nth derivative of sine and cosine function. 4. Now formula number 5, if y is equal to ax plus b to the power m, y1 is equal to m into ax plus b to the power m minus 1 into derivative of x plus b with respect to x, that is a. So this can be written as m into ax plus b to the power m minus 1. This is first order derivative. Let us find second order derivative. y2 is equal to a into m into this power becomes multiplier m minus 1 into power reduces by 1, so ax plus b to the power m minus 1 means m minus 2 into derivative of ax plus b with respect to x, that is a into a. Second order ordinary derivative y2 is equal to a into a square m into m minus 1 into ax plus b to the power m minus 2. Now order is 2, power of a is 2, and here ax plus b, its power becomes m minus 2, and there are two factors m into m minus 1. Then we can find its nth derivative, that is general form yn is equal to a to the power replacing 2 by n, and these how many factors are required? N factors. So m first factor, m minus 1 second factor, third factor will be m minus 2 into last factor, nth factor, that will be m minus n plus 1, and then ax plus b to the power m minus n, ax plus b to the power m minus n. So nth derivative of ax plus b to the power m with respect to x to the power n, this is equal to a to the power n m into m minus 1 into m minus 2, this multiplication of the factors up to m minus n plus 1 into ax plus b to the power m minus n. This is formula nth derivative of algebraic function. Now next formula, that is formula number 6, considering y is equal to ax plus b to the power minus m, or this function we can write this like this, ax plus b in denominator, its power m. Replace m by minus m in formula number 5. That gives nth derivative of this, yn is equal to a to the power n. This will remains as it is. Then m is replaced by minus m. Everywhere replace m by minus m. Here also and in all factors. So minus m minus 1 minus m minus 2, and then minus m minus n plus 1, and then ax plus b to the power replacing m by minus m minus n. Now taking minus sign common from each bracket, here from each factor we have to take minus 1 common, and these are n factors. How many factors are there? N factors. Minus 1 we are taking common n times, minus 1 into minus 1 up to n times, that becomes minus 1 to the power n. Okay, and now these factors we can write like this, m into m plus 1 into m plus 2 into and so on m plus n minus 1. We can write this as ax plus b to the power minus m minus n, separating this 1 upon ax plus b to the power m into 1 upon ax plus b to the power n. Okay, now taking a to the power n here, yn is equal to, we can write minus 1 to the power n. Okay, then m into m plus 1 into m plus 2 up to m plus n minus 1 into given function 1 upon ax plus b to the power m, as it is ax plus b to the power m into 1 upon ax plus b, its power n, and a to the power n. You can collect these two, 8 upon ax plus b to the power n. You can remember this formula. Okay, now so formula number 6, that can be written as nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b to the power m with respect to x to the power n. This is equal to minus 1 to the power n m into m plus 1 m plus 2 up to m plus n minus 1 into this one 1 upon ax plus b to the power m into 1 upon ax plus b, and here numerator is a, its power n. And now you have to remember this formula as standard formula, nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b to the power m. Okay, now means what? Using formula number 5, we have proved formula number 6. Now using formula number 6, we have to prove next formula, that is formula number 7. Formula number 7. That is y is equal to, if suppose y is 1 upon ax plus b, then find nth derivative of y. In formula number 6, in this formula, m here 1 upon ax plus b to the power m. Okay, and now here ax plus b to the power 1. Replacing m by 1 in this formula, that gives nth derivative of this function. So we can write here m is equal to 1 in formula number 6. We have to substitute m is equal to 1 in formula number 6. Then direct we can write nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b, that will be minus 1 to the power n into, we are replacing m by 1. 1 into 1 plus 1, 2 into 1 plus 2, 3. Okay, and then last factor 1 plus n minus 1. 1 minus 1 and plus 1 gets cancelled, remains n. Then this 1 upon m we are replacing by 1. So ax plus b, given function as it is, into a upon ax plus b to the power n. Okay, now this multiplication, this is nothing but n 1 into 2 into 3, this multiplication, this product is nothing but n factorial. Okay, so this can be written as minus 1 to the power n factorial 1 upon ax plus b into a upon ax plus b to the power n. Okay, so nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b, we can write the formula nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b to the power with respect to x to the power n. This is equal to minus 1 to the power n factorial 1 upon ax plus b into a upon ax plus b to the power n. Now you have to remember this as standard formula, formula number 7. Nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b, which is obtained by using formula number 6. In this formula number 6, substituting m is equal to 1, we get this formula number 7. Nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b. Remember this. Now we have to prove formula number 8. Formula number 8. Y is equal to logarithm of ax plus b. We have to find out nth derivative of logarithmic function, logarithm of ax plus b, by using this result, formula number 7. Okay, here first of all we have to find out first order derivative of y. y1 is equal to a upon ax plus b. Now first order derivative is obtained. We want nth derivative, means differentiate y1 how many times? n minus 1 times, that gives yn. So we can write yn is equal to n minus 1th time derivative of y1 to the with respect to x to the power n minus 1, and this is equal to a is constant, n minus 1th derivative of y1 is a upon ax plus b, so 1 upon ax plus b, 1 upon ax plus b. Okay, now what we have to do? Nth derivative of 1 upon ax plus b is this one. We want n minus 1th derivative, so replace n by n minus 1 on right hand side and left hand side. So by using this formula, replacing n by n minus 1 in formula number 7, hence yn is equal to a as it is, this n minus 1th derivative, replacing n by n minus 1 on left hand side as well as on right hand side. This can be written as minus 1 to the power n minus 1 factorial 1 upon ax plus b, then a upon ax plus b to the power n is replaced by n minus 1. Now we can simplify this. This can be written as a to the power n minus 1 and a into a to the power n minus 1, that becomes a to the power n only. A into a to the power n minus 1, that is a to the power n. Then minus 1 to the power n minus 1 factorial. Now 1 upon ax plus b into 1 upon ax plus b to the power n minus 1. This can be written as 1 upon ax plus b to the power n. Okay, now this is equal to, finally we can write this as minus 1 to the power n minus 1 factorial, and then a upon ax plus b to the power n. This is nth derivative of logarithmic function of ax plus b. Hence we can write nth derivative of logarithm of ax plus b is equal to, this is equal to minus 1 to the power n minus 1 factorial into bracket a upon ax plus b bracket close its power n. Okay, this is formula number 8 which we have proved by using the result formula number 7. Okay, in this way you have to remember this as standard formula to solve the problems. Now formula number 9, this is given function y is equal to e to the power ax into sine of bx plus c. Okay, we have to find out its nth derivative. So as usual method, first find first order derivative, then second order derivative, and then you can direct write nth order derivative by using general form. y1, here e to the power ax is exponential function and this is trigonometric function, means you have to apply u into v formula. U into v, u is suppose this one, v is suppose this one. So derivative by using u into v formula. y1 is equal to first order derivative of this function is equal to derivative of e to the power ax, a into e to the power ax, second function as it is sine of bx plus c. Okay, plus first function e to the power ax as it is into derivative of sine of bx plus c with respect to x, that will be b into cos of bx plus c. Can I write here b into cos of bx plus c. Okay, now taking e to the power ax common from these two terms, we can write this as e to the power ax into bracket a into sine of bx plus c plus b into cos of bx plus c. Here you have to remember, we have to apply trigonometrical formula so that replace a is equal to, you can write a is equal to r cos theta suppose, and b is equal to r sin theta. Okay, you have to remember this assumption, substitution for a and b. Okay, now taking square of a and b, a square plus b square, that will be r square. R square is equal to a square plus b square. Okay, hence r is equal to a square plus b square to the power half. Now divide b by a, then b upon a is equal to r gets cancelled, sin theta upon cos theta. So that becomes tan theta is equal to b upon a. Hence theta becomes tan inverse b upon a. Theta is nothing but tan inverse b upon a, and r is equal to a square plus b square to the power half. Now replace a by r cos theta and b by r sin theta here. Then y1 can be written as y1 is equal to e to the power ax taken common. Then replace a by r cos theta in this bracket only. Don't replace here. Okay, r cos theta into sine of bx plus c plus r sin theta into cos of bx plus c. Now we can take r common. So this is equal to r into e to the power ax into bracket remains cos theta into sine of bx plus c plus sin theta into cos of bx plus c. Okay, now cos a sin b plus sin a cos b, using that formula, you know, sin a into cos b plus cos a into sin b is equal to what? This is equal to sin of a plus b. You know this trigonometrical formula. Applying this formula here, y1 can be written as y1 is equal to r into e to the power ax into, this can be written as a, means you can say this is a and theta is nothing but b suppose. Okay, so sine of, we can write this as sine of bx plus c plus theta. Okay, but theta is tan inverse b upon a. You can replace here theta by tan inverse b upon a. Now this is y1. Let us differentiate this y1 with respect to x again. That gives y2. So y2 can be written as y2 is equal to r as it is. Again use u into v formula, u into v. Okay, a into e to the power ax, this is derivative of e to the power ax. Second function, that is sine function as it is, sine of bx plus c plus theta plus r into, now this function as it is e to the power ax, first function as it is, derivative of second, that will be b into cos of bx plus c plus theta. Okay, now you can take r common, e to the power ax common, r e to the power ax, r e to the power ax you can take common from both the terms. Then this is equal to r into e to the power ax into bracket remains a into sine of bx plus c plus theta. Okay, you can make this type of bracket, plus b into cos of bx plus c plus theta. Now a is equal to r cos theta and b is equal to r sin theta. Put here. Then this can be written as r into e to the power ax into bracket a is replaced by r cos theta into sine of this type of bracket, sine of bx plus c plus theta, plus b you are replacing by r sin theta into cos of bx plus c plus theta. Okay, and then bracket close. Now you can take r common from first term and r common from second term. Hence r into r, that becomes r square e to the power ax as it is, into bracket remains this is cos theta into sine of bx plus c plus theta, plus sine theta into cos of bx plus c plus theta. Okay, now bracket close. Once again apply the same trigonometrical formula, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, that is equal to sin of a plus b. Hence y2 is equal to, we can write y2 is equal to r square e to the power ax into sine of bx plus c plus theta, that is bx plus c plus 2 times theta. Okay, now you can replace r by a square plus r square by a square plus b square and theta by tan inverse b upon a, because we have obtained here r is equal to a square plus b square to the power half. Okay, and theta is equal to tan inverse b upon a. Now using this form we can find its general form, that is nth derivative of given function. Hence replacing 2 by n here, 2 by n here and 2 by n here. Then yn is equal to r to the power n e to the power ax into sine of bx plus c plus replacing 2 by n times theta. Now you can replace r is equal to a square plus b square to the power half and theta is equal to tan inverse b upon a. Let us develop formula for nth derivative of e to the power ax into cos of bx plus c, and this is formula number 10. First of all, similar to formula number 9, here also we have to find out first order derivative. Y1 is equal to, using u into v formula, u into v. Derivative of e to the power ax is a into e to the power ax into second function as it is cos of bx plus c, plus first function as it is derivative of second function, that will be b into minus sine of bx plus c. Now simplify this. This is equal to a into, first take e to the power ax into, e to the power ax is taken common from here, a into cos of bx plus c minus b into sine of bx plus c. Okay, again here also we have to replace a by r cos theta and b by r sin theta. That means r is equal to square root of a square plus b square, that is a square plus b square to the power half, and theta is equal to tan inverse b upon a. Okay, so y1 can be written as y1 is equal to e to the power ax into bracket a we are replacing by r cos theta into cos of bx plus c minus r sin theta, b we are replacing by r sin theta into sine of bx plus c. Now you can take r common from this bracket, hence this is equal to r into e to the power ax into bracket remains cos theta into cos of bx plus c minus sine theta into sine of bx plus c. But you know trigonometrical formula, cos a cos b, cos of a plus b is equal to cos a into cos b minus sine a into sine b. You know this formula. Applying this trigonometrical formula, y1 can be written as y1 is equal to r into e to the power ax into, this can be written as cos of bx plus c plus theta. Okay. Now once again differentiate this. y1 we have to differentiate with respect to x again. Then y2. y2 is equal to r is constant and use u into a formula e to the power ax into this one. So keeping second function as it is, take derivative of first function a into e to the power ax into cos of bx plus c plus theta plus r into derivative of this, that is r into e to the power ax as it is, derivative of cosine function is minus, so minus 1 into b into sine of bx plus c plus theta. Okay. Now we can take r and e to the power ax common from both the terms. Hence y2 is equal to r into e to the power ax into bracket remains a into cos of bx plus c plus theta. We can take plus theta. Okay. Plus, sorry, minus b into sine of bx plus c plus theta. Once again replace a by r cos theta and b by r sin theta. A is equal to r cos theta and b is equal to r sin theta. We have to put here. Then this can be written as r into e to the power ax into bracket r cos theta into cos of bx plus c plus theta minus r sin theta into sine of bx plus c plus theta. Okay, bracket close. Now you can take r common from these two terms. So r into r, that becomes r square e to the power ax into bracket remains cos theta into cos of bx plus c plus theta, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, cos theta into cos of bx plus c plus theta minus sin theta into sin of bx plus c plus theta, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Applying that formula, this can be written as r square e to the power ax into cos of bx plus c plus theta, that is cos of bx plus c plus theta again. Okay. Now this can be written as r square e to the power ax into cosine of bx plus c plus 2 times theta, and this is y2. Now we want its general form, means nth derivative, replacing 2 by n here, and here. Hence yn is equal to r to the power n e to the power ax into cos of bx plus c plus n theta. But you know, theta is equal to tan inverse b upon a and r is equal to a square plus b square to the power half. Okay. So replacing theta by this and r by this equal to, we can write a square plus b square to the power n upon 2 into e to the power ax into cos of, we can write this as bx plus c plus n times tan inverse b upon a. Okay. This is nth derivative of e to the power ax into cos of bx plus c. So we can write this as formula, as standard formula. Hence nth derivative of e to the power ax into cos of bx plus c with respect to x to the power n. This is equal to a square plus b square to the power n upon 2 into e to the power ax into cos of bx plus c plus n times tan inverse b upon a. And you can consider this as standard formula, and remember, and we have to apply this formula to solve the problems on nth derivative of given function, that is successive differentiation. Here we have proved all 10 formulae of successive differentiation, that is nth derivative of given function. All 10 formulae we have proved. Okay, thank you all, thank you.